Good morning, everybody. Today we will be exploring how hip hop has evolved to one of the most powerful tools in the fight against police brutality. Today, we are going to examine its origins, key artists, powerful lyrics, and the way hip hop in particular, has influenced awareness and protest movements across the decades in America. My name is Thomas Weiser. Buckle up and let's get into it. Background: inequality in America. What is it? Well, police, through the years, well, since the birth of this nation, probably, definitely, police brutality has plagued marginalized communities, especially Black Americans, since the birth of this country. While the violence is nothing new, what is powerful is how communities have fought back. And surprisingly, one of the strongest weapons in their arsenal is hip hop. It has given them a voice to the voiceless, offering not just an outlet for pain and anger, but a demand for justice. Hip hop was born in the Bronx in the 1970s. And it's not just a musical style, but it was used and still is used as a survival mechanism. It was a response to poverty in its time, racism, and aggressive policing. As scholar Trisha Rose puts it, hip hop is an active response to systemic exclusion. From the very beginning, the genre has been rooted in resistance. So, what is this resistance I speak of? Let's talk about the NWA. In the late 1980s, hip hop began speaking about police brutality explicitly. A perfect example for this is NWA's 1988 song, Fuck the Police. Lines like, they have the authority to kill a minority, directly calls out the unchecked power of law enforcement. Directly. No sugarcoating, calling them out. It wasn't just music, it was a testimony. As Michael Eric Dyson said, songs like this force listeners to confront the brutal reality many Americans face daily. And it wasn't just this song from the NWA that calls upon police brutality and all the other messed up things that police do to the Black community or have done to the Black community. This is just one of many examples, and probably the most famous example. You can give it a listen right here. It's a good song. Right here. Oh, and another thing about this song, before we hop into Kendrick Lamar. Since it was kind of the first of its time to directly call out the police, it was met with huge amounts of controversy, as you can imagine, and even FBI warnings. But it also sparked national conversations that hadn't been happening. It became a symbol of truth-telling in music. And that's pretty cool, because what seemingly was a song of just hatred towards, people in pain, or coming from people in pain, and just like a way to express emotions, it turned into a whole movement, changing history for sure. So, fast forward to recent years. Enter Kendrick Lamar. he emerges as one of the most powerful voices of modern protest. In All Right, his song All Right, 2015, from, yep, he shouts, and I quote, "We hate Popo, want to kill us dead in the street faux show," end quote. And then he follows this up with, quote, "We gonna be all right," end quote. He acknowledges, his music acknowledges suffering, deep suffering, graphic, visual, descriptive suffering, but then also gives spiritual resilience. He acknowledges the problems, he acknowledges what he's gone through, his firsthand accounts, stories that he's heard, turns it into music, and then, gives it his own spin and makes it optimistic, more optimistic, while being as real as possible. And another song, "The Blacker the Berry," he says, quote, "Your plan is to terminate my culture," end quote. This is huge. He's calling out that it's not just instances where police may have acted up. He's revealing that the violence is systemic. It's not accidental whatsoever, but it's directly targeted towards his community. And you can listen to All Right right here. It was so influential, in fact, that it was chanted in the streets during the protests after Michael Brown and Freddie Gray. Kendrick wasn't just making music. He isn't just making music. He was and still is uniting people through truth and emotional honesty, while making it sound very, very catchy. So, what does hip hop represent? It acts as a mirror, It acts as a mirror to whatever is going on in that given time in history. Whatever people are experiencing, they're going to write and sing about. So through the music from that time, you can pick up on what was historically going on. What makes hip hop so powerful is its role as a counter narrative. It fights against the way mainstream media criminalizes black communities. Artists aren't just reporting injustice, they're rewriting the story. As Rose says, this is where truth and resistance are born. That was from one of my sources. Hip hop helps people reclaim how their lives are seen, remembered, and valued. It's from a different perspective, from a real perspective. So, where are we going to go from here? What is next? Well, hip hop continues to expose injustices and mobilize communities, which is great. Gives a voice to the voiceless. It tells the truth loudly and unapologetically, like seen in the NWA's music, especially just raw. So the real question is, are we truly listening? And if we were, then we need to move beyond awareness towards meaningful change together. Thank you for watching. That was my take on hip hop and police brutality. I hope you enjoyed. And last but not least, I've cited all my references right here. Couldn't have done it without them. Thank you.